Are we live or are we not live? Let me double check. Hello, hello. Let me see. It says we're streaming. Not really sure if I see it properly. Let's see here. Are we? Oh. I'm checking on another screen as well, just to make sure. So, yeah. Let me set up the chat as well. It should be working. Let me just do another test. There we go. Okay. Okay, guys and girls, whoever is here, this is my second video for today, first day live, and just want to just starting my YouTube channel to connect and to yeah, just do what I love to do and then do it online. That's all, nothing more to it, and just want to share my journey and like I said, connect to fellow traders. It's been quite challenging for me, to be honest, the whole week. All my setups are not precise, and then it's almost there, and then it wicks back up, and things like that. So yeah, that's a little bit challenging for me. So, but I love the afternoon session and the PM session, so they might give a good setup because I still have a few levels that I'm looking at. So yeah, I'm an ICT time-based trader. I use time a lot, and this is what you see right here is from DTT from Anar and 9. I use that a lot. That uses root candles, as you can see here, specific time zones. And yeah, I'm just now seeing that there might be a trade. Let me just do something. For me, the 1202 is very important. I always highlight them, and I use them at a later stage. So one of those bevels here, I've got marked here, and it bevels with the 930. So I see this as a target for today. So let's see. We've got all the time. Yeah, this is just horrible market at the moment. It's very challenging for me, I have to be honest. Oh, we're not done with the 1202. Oh, okay, now it's formed. So, yeah. So I haven't been actively promoting my channel yet because I'm just starting and I'm not really focused on subscribers and things like that. I haven't told any of my community people and friends that I've actually started this channel. I'm actually just curious to see how fast it goes without any friends and relatives actively promoting you. So it's sort of like a little bit of a test, and also because I'm just starting out, I'm just like, okay, don't want to do I need to improve things and stuff like that. So and by the time I feel like it's good enough, then I feel like, okay, let's promote it more actively. So first few days are just going to be like these kind of little things, like adjusting the camera properly, making sure that the chat is on, my thumbnails have to be correct, and all that kind of jazz, I guess. So yeah, I still have to do this. Let me just quickly do that. Why is it not showing? Oh, it's got a new one. This might be a good trade. But then again, every time that I think it's a good trade, I get stopped out or I just have a losing trade. So I'm going to be a little bit more careful with that. And if anyone is here and hears a lot of noise, please let me know, because then I have to adjust using maybe adjust some settings or just change my setup a bit, because there's a lot of frogs and sometimes there is some noise outside. So all things are neat. This morning there were a lot of monkeys. Normally I don't do, I used to go live in a different time. That was for another company. And now I do it on my own for London. And then monkeys came here, so it was a little bit hectic on the, on the balcony. So yeah. But anyway, just see, what date is it today? 14th of August. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I might have to take a trade. Let me just quickly go over. Yeah, I'm just going to enter now.
Order rejected.
Okay, to go to another. Maybe that's a good thing because it's going too fast. Yeah, because it's going below the 1202. I'm still aiming for this. But I'm actually reconsidering now because I want this to be in one of the gray areas. So most likely we'll get that in the next time level, which is starting at 12:35. So maybe I should just wait. Yeah, I'm just going to wait. You know, I'm just so eager. I always make this. That's one of my things. I need to sit on my hands more often and just not trade sometimes. A little bit one of my things I still need to work on. Still improving every day, right? Yeah. Now let me do that. It's nicely going. You know, this moves nowadays. They move and then it just, there's no follow through. It's just one candle that goes down. And as you can see here, we've got a nice first presented fair value gap in the morning. And it might find support there. It's also a fair value gap. So I think we have to be careful again. This is what it does. And, you know, it's still fair value gap here. And it's just, you know, this area. Yeah, so not doing it. No, I'm just gonna just have to have. I'm just gonna stick to my rules that I need like one or two, maybe even more confluences too. And so we're outside the macro. Also, that's something. This whole week, everything was just running outside macros, and you just have one. There's one move that really, you know, meets all your criteria, and that was it. Was it 2 days ago when we had the melt up? That was really such a beautiful move, and we had that. Was it 10 in the 10:30 window? Yeah, 10:55. I can't remember, but that was a retest of a breaker, and then it just went up all day long, and that was a good entry just to enter and then to stay in and just, you know, you have to sit through the high resistance, but it was possible because everything just lined up there. And yeah, I took it just partially, and it was quite upsetting because that should have been the move. But anyway, let's see what it brings. Do we have any important news? I don't think so. I mean, actually, not news, but speakers, because I know there's no more news. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Trump was speaking at 1. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we have to be careful for that. So let's wait. Let's wait. Let's go over some analysis. Okie dokie. Let's see. Okay, so this is the gray box. That's the opening range gap. So that's the gap between open, New York open. I am on Eastern, as you can see, -4. And yesterday's close. So this is the gap. And yeah, we're at 75 here, and it's here it resisted. Here it went nicely up. And yeah, let's see what it does now. I marked some. I always extend the first presented fair value gaps from the daily level. So, because they tend to be revisited again. So we'll keep them here. This is one of my levels, the weekly open for today. But then again, it doesn't have to go there out. Weekly open with an N walk. Well, obviously it is an N walk. Now it is also weekly high, an old weekly high we have here, and a daily mid level. I have these marks as well. And as you can see, they're quite significant. As you can see, the bodies don't go over them. Yeah, this is something also I calculate, and as you can see, we went to 2.114, 2.114, and here also 2.114. You can disregard the wicks, it's the bodies there too, so it always moves in this green box from one end to the other. I do use that as an indication. So if we have a high or a low here and we go back up, 9 out of 10 times, maybe let's say 80 or 70%, I just watch this level at the other end, and then I'm sort of like very careful if we're approaching that level, because then I know, okay, we might have reached a high for this green box, so that means the 11 a.m. Session. Yeah, this is quite something that I discovered by backtesting and using specific time zones. Yeah, just seeing how they react in regard to certain calculations. Looks like we're going down again, 12, 11. So we rejected here, we moved up, we went into, so this is, could we signify this as this internal liquidity, but daily high, yeah, it's internal to internal, so we still have to go to external liquidity, I guess. Yeah, I just want to take that trade, but I just want to be time-wise, I want to be correct, because now it's just going. It's so hard to find a proper entry, which is risk reward wise just manageable, so that you only get stopped out for a small loss, and it's just hard to find one now, to be honest. So what I do now is then the only thing I can do, yeah. So as you can see, these levels here, they have an extension, and this is now within that extension, so probably it will hit it. Yeah, I'm not getting in now because it's just not worth it. It might go back up first and then go down. Where do you enter? Where is your stop loss, right? At this point, it's just, see, this could be a rejection block again, go back up, or just goes melts down, go into that purple zone, and most likely reject from there, and then go up maybe, and then go back down to this level. Yeah, we'll just watch for now. I just don't want to, we've got Trump speaking at 1, so I just don't trust anything at the moment, and if it goes, it goes. I just have to accept. Just hate it when things, this is like my go-to, if we're going down and you just know where it's going and you just don't have an entry, that really sucks. But I've just got to a point now that I just, every time I don't listen to my gut feeling, it's always a loss, or I just get, wicked out, and it's just a massive wick to the upside, and then, or it just runs through your stop loss again. It's really, yeah. There you go. It just seems like it really wants, it's below the first percentage fair value gap. It's been working through already, so it's gonna go. I know. Should I just take it? 25 is still 20 points. Okay, I'm just gonna go in. Yeah, I need to.
Order filled.
And then I'll just 5.9, and I'll tell you what my stop loss is going to be. My stop loss is going to be this. I'm going to use this first percentage fair value gap, half the midpoint. That's my stop loss. So you can just create, that's what it's going to do now. It's just going to create another equal low. Most likely. I would be surprised if it goes down, to be honest, but you never know. But yeah, it's going to create another low. Maybe I should just wait again. See, it's gonna do that. Yeah, I knew it. It's so predictable. This price action is so predictable. See, it's just, yeah. It is just going to do that. We knew it. So just create another equal low to revisit maybe within the next macro. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. This price action is actually, once you start understanding it, because it's been like this the whole week, at some point you're starting to really like getting used to it. Maybe it would be weird if at some point when things get easier again, like, oh really? Oh, I'm just used to this new price action with being wicked out and just, accepting that it never runs in one. There's no low resistance liquidity rounds. It's just all high resistance, just one candle, and then we have consolidation again, and or either a big move up again. Yeah, like I said, I knew it was going to go back up, just creating liquidity for now. Let's see what it does. Yeah, we said it, and so the time is not right. Let the book go. So yeah, this normally should be a balanced price range, right? But like this area exactly here, and it just goes through it like butter. Crazy stuff. Really crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Then it goes back down again. Doesn't respect any PD arrays, back and forth, and just um wild. Wild. Yeah, we would consider this change in the sales delivery, right? We've got a candle overlapping this one, so now we should have a move to the upside. But the move is just going to be a little bit to here, and then it goes back down again. Crazy stuff. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, but I was stopped out anyway. Um, you shouldn't play with minis now. I think it should be only micros at the moment. See, beautiful. So this is like wow, look at this level. So much liquidity here. It's ready for the grab, right? It's going to be a nice move to the downside. We're going to wait for that. Um, we are just going to wait for that. Okay. We are just going to wait for that. At least the crypto is doing well. Let's see. Ethereum. Just want to make sure that my screen is showing the right thing. It's changing when I change. Yeah. Just making sure that Ethereum, and I'm an XRP as well. It's been also like a long wait for finally to. It's been doing really well though. Look at that. A little bit of a pullback. That's okay. We like that because then it can get a nice move to the upside again. We don't want a big run and then then we get like a 70% pullback, and then would rather have a move up, go back into the range, consolidate a little bit, and then, be ready for the next move up. So Ava's been doing well as well. I noticed today. Oh, did we reach $1? Are you kidding me? That's amazing. Did it really reach $1 today? It did. It was over actually. What time was that? That was around midnight. 3 Eastern. 3. Check it down. I didn't. I missed that. I'm in Ada. I got in Ada really, really long time ago. Sort of my long-term investment. So I'm really happy to see it. Very excited. I don't really watch my long-term. I think this is wrong. This is not very correct. No, see, I'm not looking properly. See, what am I doing? Come on. I need to go into. Where's the $8? I don't think it went over $1, to be honest. Check this one. Oh, it did, actually. Also, that's nice. Pretty excited about that. Excited. Okay. See, I'll go back into this. That's okay. It's okay. Okay, look at this price action. 90. This is on the 19-minute candle. Look at boom. One rejection here. Just here. Really. To this block here. Seven thirty. Isn't that amazing? 7:30. Point into the 7:30. And then 9 to the 9. Would that be coincidence? Yeah. Then we have 10:30. 10:30. All coincidences, right? So technically you could say, oh, it's predictable because it's cycles. But then again, how would you know that if it's 7:30, you would think, okay, well, we're done. We can go back up. But then again, because of this wick, we have another one coming at the same time, 9 o'clock. And then this wick goes up to 10. This is 10:30. 9. Oh, no, it does not match. This is 9. Oh, it does match. This is 9. No, it isn't 9:30. 9. This is 9. Okay. 9. 9. It's 10:30. It's 10:30. Oh, it did take out this wick here. 10:30. It doesn't really say anything now because I'm getting into this with the time cycle. It's very interesting. And really, if you go into the 90-minute cycle, Zusi goes over it in his YouTube channel and a few other people that have been trained by him, because he literally discovered this, I believe. And yeah, very interesting. But I just got into it, and I've been backtesting a few things and looking at it. So there's still a lot to discover. But yeah, it's really a thing. And if you master that, I think that is the enigma that our daddy ICT is actually talking about. But yeah, everything is there to discover if you put the time in. I think ICT does give us the building blocks, and if we want to, we can really figure it out. But yeah, it's not easy. It's all there. It's all algorithmic. It is all algorithmic. Here we go. Do you have a breaker? No, we don't have a breaker. We have a mitigation block now. Let's see. So let's see within the next time cycle, and this time cycle here, if this one is going to into a gray box, because you see that that left has increased, right? This is a small, small. I guess at some point we need expansion. We need a manipulation, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Would this qualify as? I think this would be the manipulation, and this would be the distribution. I thought that actually would have happened. That this was the manipulation move, and then you had the distribution move, but again, it went into. It's very hard to read. It's not clear AMD. Let me see then the 4 hour. Then consider this. Oh, nice, we're going down, eh? Look at that. Building some nice trend line liquidity. I also heard that Shlumi today is an excellent trader. I love her trading style. But also she struggled with NQ, and that she actually almost blew her accounts on Apex because of that. She was so open to share that. So I'm like, okay, I'm not the only one. And even traders that are really, really good and very, consistent and were also struggling. So I was like, okay. Because I was really starting to doubt myself. Like, am I really? I don't see anything. Nothing works anymore. And what is wrong with me? But then again, it's really like it's a challenging market for people with my trading strategies, I guess. And now that I heard that Lumi was also like struggling, she's only doing silver and gold now, I believe. Tanya's on holiday, so I think that's a smart thing to do. I don't know if it's summer. I can't remember that all the summers have been like this, but this is really. It's been I think a whole month maybe already. Normally CPI, PPI, I love this week because you have large distribution moves. I love to play the large distribution move and obviously catch the low resistance liquidity rounds. But I have not been able to catch them, to be honest. So yeah, it's a little bit disappointing. But then again, this happens, right? You just have to sit tight and wait. A better time will come. And just tape read and look at strategies. And I journal every day still, even though when I don't take any trades. Yeah, this is also very confusing for me that we have such a. This was sort of telling already. Like if I measure these purple boxes. Those are specific times, and I discovered that I use those levels. It's the same. Like you can also calculate the if you have accumulation, you can also calculate basically the accumulation move to the upside. Let's see if we can get anything logic out of it. It can help you predict some stuff. Let's see if this is the full range right here. Let's see if we put a fib on that. Just checking the chat. There's no one saying anything. Yeah, so technically we take this range, that's 1, and this is the manipulation. That'll be the whole manipulation. Let's see when that's manipulation to the upside, doesn't really count, right? So if you consider this. To be honest, I don't think anything works now. I think it's so manipulated and overwritten that they just sort of like make fun of people like ourselves who have strategies. They're like, no, it's not going to work today. Oh, here you go. So this is like the whole digging range from here to here. Did I cover everything within the bodies? Not, well, this is outside of the body, but technically it's from, so this is the whole Asia range then? Yeah, so this is the Asia range. That works a bit. Exactly 1. Now let's reverse it. Should it be 1.5 or maybe 2? Maybe it's 2. Let's see. I love figuring out this stuff. I can do that all day. Let's see, find out things. Oh, that's interesting. Now, what did I reverse? I did not reverse this. Do it here. Oh, 1.5. 1.5. A little bit over. Not exact. Not really exact. Or did I? Yeah, this was the Asian range. Or did I do this range? No, I did this range, right? Yeah. Doesn't. Am I messing up my purple to purple calculation? Yes, I am doing. So what I notice with these situations, sometimes I have to, in days like this, I have to extend it. Um, It needs to be body to body. So this here and this one. And then we go to 214, except 214. This level is a 27 level, should be exact as well. Okay, respect the 27, not really. Oh gosh, this price action is just horrible. I can understand that people have moved to silver and gold. I actually want to do that as well, go into oil and branch out too. But then again, normally my NQ was my go-to. I just love NQ, and it's just, Just a money maker. Not lately, not this week. But yeah, okay, it's just, I like the volatility and the fastness of the market, but it's just now you have to sit on your hands and just wait. Wait. And that's not always easy, is it? Okay, here we go, guys. This is what now you see my purple level is in the gray box. So that means this is the AMRP level. This is a range that is a probability that it might extend to. It does not always, it will go to there at some point, but it could, the best thing you want to see is that it hits one range and then it goes to the other. So this is most likely the block that it will go to, that it will hit this level. Where is my AMP plus? And this is AMP minus. So I just want to see if we hit the AME. I don't think we hit the AME plus yet, but so what I'd like to see here, this is the first presented fair value gap in the Asia session, the 3 o'clock one. It rejected from there, plus my 1202, plus the 1245. On the other hand, when you have stacked root candles here, you have to be careful because it could signify that it's going to be choppy, just go back and forth. So, yeah, it's really hard to read. Now, it's going down, it's just working back up. See, it goes from this first present gap into the other. This is the AM session 1-934. Yes. Let's wait after. Could we see what Trump is? What kind of talk is he doing? We don't know. Does anyone know? Let's see. We can see which Trump. Trump. He's speaking from the Oval Office. Okay. What's it going to be about? Do we know what it's going to be about, or is it still a surprise? I'll be there. More winning, more winning. I'll be tuning in. More velocity, especially bullish on his speech. Okay. See if we can find a string where we can hear him. Trend line. White House and tariffs. Okay. It's not 1 o'clock, right? It's 14. It's 12:40. Okay. Big announcement. Okay. Let's see what he says, and if it moves the market, it will be crazy again, I guess. go fast. So, but maybe we can still find an entry. That would be nice. That would be nice. I should have brought a better, just a glass or something instead of drinking. This is just a mix. I mix it with water, so I'm not drinking juice like that from the bottle. That would be very sweet. So it's like a mix, and I didn't have any other option just to use that bottle to to fill it with water and put it in the fridge. Yeah, so that's why. I've got a little bit of scrapey throat as well, so sometimes it's not winter. If it's at the end of the winter, but it's a little bit colder than I'm used to, so I always get a little bit like a little, not a cold, but just a little bit, just a little cough and things like that. And it just doesn't go away until we get like humidity and heat back, and which I love, by the way. That's why I moved to this country. I would rather have a little bit warmer and too. People say it's too hot than that I have to wear. I'm not used to just wearing long sleeves and a lot of yeah. So, but it's getting hotter again here. We have opposite weather. Well, like it's not really winter here, but it is a bit colder at night in Europe, and in the US it's summertime. It's winter here. And winter means in certain areas in here, because South Africa has a lot of microclimates, it can be very cold in some areas, but where I am staying, generally speaking, it's just subtropical, so it's just at night a little bit cooler. And at daytime, it's still nice, and you still have sun, and you can go to the beach and stuff like that. I think that's the only time we actually sunbathe here, because it's manageable to sit in the beach. We don't really do that in summer because it's too hot. Yeah. So, but I love summer. I love it when I just don't need clothes to get warm. I just want to, wake up and be warm already. I just love that. Just wear a dress and basically, yeah, I just, when you wake up, you can just jump into your dress very quickly, have a shower and just jump in that little dress. Yeah. Look at this price action, guys. You can see it's just, you have to be, I know some people that are really good trading ranges, but they just basically just scalp. It's just get in at the bottom and then just go to the midpoint and then get out. But you can make good money with it if you know what you're doing. But it's not I just don't like it, to be honest. But it's a good tool to have in the toolbox in times like this if you really want to make some money. But then again, it's better just to wait. Let's see what happens at 1. No levels are really, excluded from being disrespected. You could easily just, if I'm looking now, look at this is also a trend line. Look at this, how beautiful. This is also, like, we go down maybe a little bit more and then go up. Would that be, that looks like probable, right? Just all created. But on the other hand, could also just, let's go higher time frame. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Do we have, oh, here we go. The AMOP is here for the weekly. And this is until Sunday. Okay, so this is the rest of the week. We could do that. We can use that. Today it's Thursday, right? Yeah. So we have today and tomorrow's the last day. So if we have the weekly profile, Monday, we had Tuesday low. We created Wednesday high, which we have not taken out yet, so we're consolidating now. So we could we go into this level, then we go up, and then we have a TGI up, maybe tomorrow. So we get back 20% in the range. Let me see, this is the bottom. Let's calculate the TGI up. What if this is a scenario? Let's go over some scenarios. We have to wait anyway until D. Where are you? Here we go. Okay, so let's say we go here or here. Let's take this for example. Go back into the range, 30%. That means tomorrow will not be, if this is a scenario, we might not be that much. But on the other hand, keep it much higher. Do we have some levels? What if we can consider this a manipulation? Let's think out of the box. This is half. This is half. Okay, so that is a little bit over. Yeah, this is the range, right? Actually, really small range if you look at it. How many points have we made so far? Let's have a look. How many points have you been making in 4 days? Oh my god, that is 465 points. That's not a lot for NQ, is it, for a whole week? With that, it felt like a large, yeah, we had a large melt up yesterday. Oh, no, that was Tuesday. That was this, was it yesterday? Am I confused now? We did have a big melt up on Tuesday, didn't we? Oh, that's this one here. No. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the 10 o'clock. Yeah, Tuesday. So that's this one here. And on Wednesday we just went a little bit further up, okay. And then we went down a little bit. Okay, so body-wise, we have not. Have we gone into the candle a little bit? I'm on the 4-hour candle here. So we did go into the wicks. Yeah, we just basically had a long wick into. Interesting. Now let's do some other measurements. I guess we can consider this as a better manipulation. Accumulation. Somewhere where I was sitting with a few other trading coaches who are making fun of, like Cliff Richardson, like, congratulations. We made it accumulation, manipulation. That would make us the happiest that could be. Okay, here you go. You see this 2.5, which is up with this 4. So this is a very high point. 24, 124. I'm gonna write that down. Now, do I not have a pen here? Am I so ill prepared? I should have a pen here. So small. What if we go all the way up to 4? That means tomorrow will be crazy, crazy day. That will be massive. Oh, here it's. I've got a pencil here. But I do like this level. This is, yeah, 2.5, 24. I'll make it 24, 125. Yeah. Oh boy, I wish I got rid of that little scrapey thing in my throat. It's just sort of like, in the Netherlands though, I was always sick in the winter. Always got a cold and almost pneumonia and asthmatic and stuff like that. Mm. So this is nothing, but it's still annoying because I always feel like I'm thirsty and I want to um, eat things that I think soothe in my throat, but it doesn't. And then I drink coffee with milk, and then it just sort of like irritates my throat. What time is it? 52. Okay. Okay. Should be. Oh, will it do something for the market, guys, or not? Will it change? What would the market want to do if you look at this? It's just going up, up, up. So we've got a fair value gap here. Is this balanced? Is this considered balanced? A little bit more. Yeah, we need some. A little bit more. We could go a little bit deeper into this one here. This should be. This looks balanced here. Yeah. So let's see if we can get. So this is an interesting point. So we've been working our way into this. So could we just melt up? That would be amazing. Let's have a look at the yearly again. I looked at it today in the London session, but I want to go over it again just to make sure, to see where we are. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the TGIF. We could look at the TGF now. Yeah. So these blue boxes are the root candles for the yearly. I should get rid of some drawings to make it a little bit more clear. My drawings. Here we go. So on the yearly, this is the high. 20 extension to here. Should be an extension. But it looks beautiful, doesn't it? Look at it, it's so strong. Doesn't really look like we had a red from. If you look at it from May, the breaker. If you're a long-term trader, got your breaker here. Do we? Integration block. Oh, this is a breaker. There's a lot of stuff on this chart. I don't like that. I need to sort that out. They're all important levels. So I need to get rid of everything. Get rid of all text. Four more minutes, then I'll put on the YouTube. Okay, so you see this area, and with this gap, still have been unfilled in the higher time frame. So that is quite an interesting area. They mark it out with a red zone as well, but this area 25, that's a long way down, guys. Damn. Come on. Should over 3,000 points. 3.5. You know, I have these areas like this. It's so weird that they leave them, right? Just not, just go back into, like if you're here, May, it's so easy just to get into here and just, yeah. Well, anyway, 3,000 points. We've seen it before. It's not that crazy. We can do that in 1 week. Let me start putting up Mr. Trump. We do want to listen to what he has to say, right? We do want to hear what he has to say. Is he already speaking?
Complex war, a lot of bad blood. But Zelensky's been there for 3.5 years. So if you put him in a room, now I will say this: ultimately, I'm going to put the two of them in a room.
I think I heard this. Let's go back to this one. I'm looking. I just want to make sure I have the proper stream people. I'm putting. Why am I not seeing scheduled? Okay, here we go. Upcoming. Well, live Trump remarks. This is the one. It's Fox, but the other ones were all old. See, now it's going all the way back up. Interesting. Okay. Come on, Mr. Trump. It's 1 o'clock. Please speak. Do you hear the frogs? It's so funny. That's not you. I need to listen to that. What noises you can hear. Come on, Mr. Trump. It's 1 o'clock already. It's 1 past 1. Come on. Is there another one? Live stream. Why is it not going? I hate that. Do I need to subscribe? Okay. Oh, this is old. This is an old one.
City with the greatest people and businesses in the world and set it on
It's
the
also
right
old.
track. And I
Why
want
is
to
he?
say
There is no one speaking at the moment. It's 1 o'clock. Why is no one live news? Come on. Why is? That's so weird. Check here on my phone.
winst maken door geduldig the VA claims processing achievements. And since President Trump took office back on January 20th, the backlog of veterans waiting for VA benefits has dropped by more than 37% after rising 24% during the Biden administration. Now, in July, the VA completed more than 300,000 ratings claims in a single month for the first time ever. And the VA is processing claims faster in fiscal year 2025 than in FY24, completing them 17.8% faster, even as receipts are 10% higher than this time last year. And this is as
There's no one
Vice
speaking. It's
President
1 o'clock and
J.D.
no one
Vance
is. There's no one. This
visits
is all. That is so
meeting with
annoying when
troops,
someone is
talking
supposed
about
to speak at
strengthening
1 and
the
there's no one. There's
relationship.
no. They don't broadcast and everybody's late. It's sort of like really weird. Um, as a president, or if you are like really, only be late when there's really like something really bad. But I don't think as a president, it's weird to be late if there's not really something serious. Links below. Oh, Matt Morse. Oh, Matt Morse is doing it. I like him. He is. I should have gone to him anyway because he's always.
They're stealing the identity of dead Americans and saying, hey, no, I'm still alive. I need to keep on getting my Social Security payments. And so this money is being sent out of the country to India or the Congo.
He always has
a
good links, and he knows what to watch. So we're going to watch
Americans in order to continue collecting their benefits. It's nuts. Absolutely insane. And so still, folks, right now, guys, we have the official White House broadcast. They have officially gone live 2 minutes ago, which means any minute now, President Trump's going to come out and we're going to be live inside of the Oval Office. Now, I see somebody here in the live chat that says they need to stop taxing Social Security. Tracy is your name. Tracy, check this out. I'm sure we're going to be talking about that today, but I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler. I did some research before going live today. Now that the big, beautiful bill has passed successfully about 5 weeks ago, 88% of American Social Security recipients are no longer going to be paying federal tax on their monthly Social Security payments. 88%, still 12% of Americans that are currently collecting Social Security, 12% are still going to have to pay federal tax. But 88%, the vast majority are not. 88%. And if you want a little bit more info about that, the big, beautiful bill eliminates federal income tax on people over the age of 65. Now, as far as I'm aware, you start collecting Social Security payments when you are 62. That's the earliest you can start collecting them. Go ahead and let me know. I believe it's 62. So if you're between the age of 62 and 65, suppose you can infer you will continue to pay federal income tax, but once you're 55 and above, you will not pay federal income tax on Social Security. I believe that's the case, and this is all in accordance with the big beautiful bill, the one big beautiful bill that got passed.
We'll begin shortly.
A couple weeks ago, about 5 weeks ago, on our nation's anniversary on the 4th of July, about 5 weeks ago. Now, right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are waiting for President Trump to come on out here. Trump was scheduled to go live in the Oval Office about 8 minutes ago. But hey, you know what? We are on Trump time. Trump is not on our time. We are on his time.
It's true.
So we are going to.
But it's annoying because we want the market to get the relief.
Sincerely, everybody, I'm very blessed. We have such a great community. Everybody's tuning in today. It really means a lot. I appreciate everybody tuning in and hanging out and giving me your time and lurking. Lurking, that's a term you guys aren't familiar with. Lurking means you're tuning in, but you're not typing. So whether or not you are typing in the live chat on Rumble or on YouTube, or if you're lurking, you're sitting back, you're relaxing, you're enjoying the show, that's fine. Doesn't bother me as long as you're here. I appreciate it. It's all good. It's all good. We love our chatters and we love our lurkers equally. Now, here's a fun stat. I was checking analytics on
Trump
just the other day. About 45% of you guys tuning in are actually watching on a television. For me, I barely even own a television, but a lot of you guys, 45% or so, you guys are watching on the TV. Maybe you're sitting in the living room. You're watching on the couch. You got the remote. Thing I watch is on the computer these days, but these are on the TV. Okay, great. Some of you guys, maybe 10% of you guys are on your mobile phone, on the smartphone. Even better. Great. However it is you are tuning in, I appreciate it. So thank you guys. So thank you very much. I see where you guys are. I can say, 7% of you guys are in Texas. 3% of you guys are in Missouri. I can see some of that stuff. Exactly where you are. I don't know your address, but I've got a rough breakdown. It's kind of cool to look at that stuff. I'm a big analytics nerd when it comes to that stuff. But anyway, listen, President Trump is coming out here any minute, any second now. Any second now, he's going to step out. He's going to break it all down for us. Now, we have a super chat from Pepsi. From Pepsi, he says, Pepsi KJ is his name. He says, was a small talk conversation. If your first year as president, what is the first 10 things to complete on your list? Oh, on my list, if I was president in the first year, oh man, I don't know if the country is ready for that. Listen, I love Trump. That's fine. I'm even maybe a little bit more to the right, a little bit more radical than President Trump in a lot of ways. So, listen, I don't know if the country is ready for just how conservative. That's a common word, conservative. Maybe I'm even a little bit regressive. You've got the progressives, you've got the conservatives. Maybe I'm a little bit regressive. I'm like, we got to go backwards. We got to go way backwards. Maybe that's where I am. So you guys aren't even ready for that. Maybe the country's not ready for that. But who knows? I don't know. I appreciate that super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much. Now we have another super chat here from Ocean Gun in the YouTube chat. He says, thanks for the coverage, Matt. I appreciate the work. Ocean Gun, I appreciate the support. And I also appreciate that any second now, President Trump himself is going to be coming out and laying down the information as it relates to Social Security. This is behind the scenes. Looks like the camera guys are getting ready here. This is coming out of the Associated Press. Hold up on the White House lawn. We're in the backyard here. The White House media corps is getting ready. They're getting set up here. All right. And this is the White House front lawn right here. Look, all the airplanes flying overhead. The airport is back there. What is that called? The JFK Airport, I believe, is what that is. Washington, D.C. really is a beautiful town. Architecturally, it really is beautiful. The architecture, it is beautiful. The problem is we've had all these hoodlums, all these young gangbangers running around shooting people, stabbing people, dealing drugs, assaulting women, whatever. So finally, I say, hey, thank God President Trump is cracking down on this city. But you know what I say? Here's an example of maybe I'm a little bit more radical. Looking at D.C., I say, listen, guys, less than 1% of Americans even live in D.C. So, yeah, it's great that D.C. is getting cleaned up. Like, what about the rest of the country? Trump is deploying the National Guard or whatever, the FBI, to help clean up the streets in D.C. Hey, let's send the National Guard into Chicago. Let's send the National Guard into Memphis, Tennessee, and Detroit, and Atlanta, and Philadelphia, and Boston, whatever. All of Los Angeles, hell. I'm like, hey, listen, we got to fix up the country. Somebody's got to do something about this. So, hey, listen, D.C., okay, well, we can start. It's our nation's capital. We can get started with D.C. here, but how about the rest of the country? Yeah, thank you for the correction. It's not the JFK Airport. It is the Washington Dulles Airport. You're right. Thank you about that. I appreciate that. Thank you for the correction. Thank you very much. But yeah, somebody in the chat here says you got to start somewhere. And if you're going to start somewhere, where do you start? The nation's capital, which is Washington, D.C. It's a good starting point. I can meet you there. I can meet you halfway there. All right. And like I said, in a couple hours later today, after today's live broadcast here, I'm gonna get to work on a video that I'll have ready for you guys this afternoon, talking about this whole Washington D.C. fiasco. Of course, all the radical progressives are melting down. Trump is a dictator. He's an authoritarian. Yeah. Okay. All right. So. I'll have a big video talking about a lot of this stuff later today. Must be nice. Sometimes I see people coming in my videos or my broadcasts calling me artificial intelligence. I think Matt is artificial intelligence. Hey, I am not. I'm going to take a sip of my water. I am a real person. Trust me, I'm not artificial intelligence. Here, I'll put my hat back on.
It's really late.
Sometimes I wish I was artificial intelligence. Frankly, I would probably be a little
nice
bit
and healthy. I haven't actually really eaten yet. It's evening here now. What time is it here?
Which is at times inadequate.
7. We can make something.
I think artificial intelligence is flawed a lot of the time too. So you know what? Maybe I'm better off just being a human. I'm probably better off just being a human.
Hello,
it's better to be a human than it is to be a robot. Hold up my finger. Here's my finger. There you go. I'm real, I swear. I swear I'm real.
Oh, come on, Trump.
So, folks, right now, if you are tuning in, we are about 15 minutes over time here. President Trump is set to come out and address the nation in the Oval Office.
It bores me when he's late.
Probably about Social Security any second now. This was scheduled to start about 15 minutes ago, but hey, we are on Trump time. Like I like to say, Trump is not late. He just arrives whenever he wants, and Trump is not late. Really, we are early. We are early. That's the best way to put that, probably.
That is late.
Have you seen the new Joe Rogan episode with Anna Paulina Luna? Right, that's her name. She's the Republican House rep. No, I have not seen that. I have not seen that actually. Now, Christy, I see a big super chat. Christy says, "Are you drinking a LaCroix?" Yeah, this is a strawberry peach LaCroix. I don't know how to say that. I don't speak French. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, that's what it is. I'm a big sparkling water guy. My wife is German. And,
So literally we had like 3 days of high resistance.
and so this house it's a big German thing they're drinking. They call it Sprudelwasser, sparkling water. So in this house we have a lot of sparkling water. We love our Sprudelwasser is how we say it. And by the way, also we can say shout out to the Germans in the chat. We love our German viewers in the live chat. I see a couple of them. We love our Germans. President Trump, he said a couple years ago, he said, "I've got German blood. It's good blood." And I think he said it's the best blood. President Trump a couple years ago, he said, "I've got German blood. It's some of the best blood." And of course, everybody got mad about that. They said, "Oh my God." See, President Trump said he's proud of his German blood. Oh my God, he's a Nazi. Okay. Shut up. Okay. Anyway, no, we love them. It's all good. Oh, I see a school in the chat. We have a Scandinavian in the chat. I'll tell you, listen, it is about 85% of my audience here on YouTube is American. We've got maybe 4, 5, 6% Canadians. We've got 4, 5, 6% people from the UK, British people. So it makes sense because these are English-speaking countries. And then when it comes to the Germans, it's like we have 0.5%. French people 0.5%. Really not a whole lot.
So I wonder if
pretty much is Canadians.
I'm going to mute him now because it's going to take too long.
We like British people. We love the good.
I wonder if this melt up would have happened as well if Trump just would have spoken, right? So it's not really a melt up, but just high resistance way up, and it looks like it's just creating its way up just to bring it back down, I guess. So I'm just curious if it, is it really? It's already planned, right? It's really late. Wonder why. Normally he's not that late. I'm really hungry. Should have eaten a bit more. Oh boy, why is he so late? What's going on?
Doing a whole lot. Okay? Can you imagine that we have people working in the federal government that are pretty much not doing anything, just kind of soaking up responsibility. And so that's exactly what was going on here in Minnesota. While the Democrats flail and peddle lies about Social Security, President Trump is demonstrating his unbreakable commitment to protecting and strengthening this vital program for nearly 72 million Americans who benefit from it. Right now, folks, about 1 out of every 5 Americans is collecting Social Security payments. And so this is a problem. This is a problem that we've had for the last 40 or 50 or 60 years, really starting in the 1960s. As you guys know, Americans have stopped having kids. This is a problem. Back in the day, 100 years ago, every American family would have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kids. Starting really in the 1960s, Americans started having comparatively small families. A lot of people have no kids at all, maybe one or two. In order to maintain the population, every American woman has to have 2.1 children. Well, that hasn't been happening. The American reproduction rate is like 1. Meaning what we have is we have a shrinking population. The reason why I'm talking about this is because as far as programs like Social Security go, that's a big problem because in order to maintain Social Security, you have to have young people working, paying into it to support the old people that are taking out of it. Right? So this is a big problem. So there's a reason why today's broadcast is going to be so interesting. This is kind of a looming issue, and so it's going to be interesting to see how does the Trump administration actually handle this problem. It is a problem. This is arguably one of the reasons why. I mean, let's be honest here. Let's keep in mind, prior to the Trump administration in 2016, prior to the Trump campaign, which started in 2015, neither the Republicans or the Democrats really cared about shutting down the border, and neither of them really cared about deportations. It was really Trump that said, hold up, this is a problem. Listen, George Bush didn't do it. Obama didn't do it. Clinton didn't do it. Reagan granted amnesty to over 3 million illegal aliens. Nobody has really cared about this issue seriously. President Trump was one of the first guys who said, listen, this is a problem. We got to shut down the border and start deporting these people. Okay, and so
I was thinking when he's now, why is he so late? Is there really something going on why he cannot attend? It must be, why are you so late, Mr. Trump? Hmm? Okay, now let's go over some scenarios. It doesn't look like he's coming now, which is quite annoying. I was hoping that the talk would be over by now. So we're rejecting from the 1034. Google view. You see, this is an old fair value gap as well. Body stay in it. Let me switch up the yearly because we don't need that maneuver. So, oh my god, why is he so late? It can go both ways, right? You look at it. We just disregard the wick. We already rejected this wick, but we could go a little bit lower. I believe it rejected it already. Let me go to the lower time frame. Let us go to the 15. Yeah, that was exactly 5%. 50. So technically, this is not a rejection block anymore. Just go down. Is that the same 4-hour candle? 8:30. 6 o'clock. Yeah. So this is the. So let me see on the 4-hour, and we reached the probably half of the candle, right? Quarter, 1/3. Yeah, exactly. We're half. Yeah. So we could go lower. Go another half here, which lines up with half of this one here, and partially this one. So, now where was that? My purple. What's the level? 858. Interesting. Yeah. So then it would take out this wick and dig a little bit deeper in this AML. This was a level I was actually looking yesterday at. This level here with the open 761. Oh my god, why is he so late? See, everything is going up. I'm sure it would have done it when he was speaking as well, right? So it doesn't really matter. Gosh, I wonder if there's an update.
Oh, but that's what I was able to find. Let me know if you guys agree or not. That's what the internet says. About $2,000 per month is the national average Social Security payment. And this is the great thing about the Big Beautiful Bill. The Big Beautiful Bill,
I'm so hungry. I keep
passed
eating.
about 4 weeks ago.
Oh, it started, but no here.
Eliminated federal
Come
income
on.
tax around 88% of monthly Social Security recipients. Is President Trump coming?
We need to go elsewhere because I don't want to hear you
I'm
talk.
looking at the Right Side Broadcasting Network. Oh, okay, yeah, here he is. He's out. Need to turn on my audio here. Hold up. Bear with me here for just 1 second, folks. Getting the audio turned on.
Social Security. He's running it, and he's running it like nobody ever even dreamt possible. And it's the 90th anniversary right now of Social Security. So today we celebrate that 90th anniversary of one of the most significant pieces of legislation ever signed into law, the Social Security Act of 1935, and we're going to make it stronger, bigger, and better. We're doing a job. In the campaign, I made a sacred pledge to our seniors that I would always protect Social Security, and under this administration, we're keeping that promise and strengthening Social Security for generations to come. We keep hearing stories that in 6 years, 7 years, Social Security will be gone, and it will be if the Democrats ever get involved because they don't know what they're doing.
True.
But it's going to be around a long time with us.
Very true.
very much. You'll be surprised to hear some of the numbers. I'm delighted to be joined by the Commissioner of the Social Security Administration, Frank Bisignano. Oh, in the world of business, in fact, I wrote some of the little things down. He's had an amazing. He was Chief Operating Officer of J.P. Morgan Chase. He worked for Jamie Dimon. And Jamie Dimon said that he was amazing. So think of that Chief Operating Officer, J.P. Morgan Chase had a storied career. Then he went to First Data. For those in the business, you know it's the largest payment company anywhere in the world. And worked for Henry Kravis, and it was in big trouble.
1:30.
He took it over as CEO. He
Can
made
you get
a
a nice
merge with Fiserv,
Might just go.
and he became CEO of that, and that became
Turns out liquidity.
extremely successful. I was in Milwaukee. I guess they have the Milwaukee Arena, and where we had some good success and some good speeches. But he's a legendary guy, and he wanted to do this. I mean, he just wanted to straighten out Social Security because he loves our country. And what he's done in a few months is amazing. Almost 60 million American seniors rely on Social Security for peace of mind and a life of dignity in retirement. These Americans paid into the system, and they deserve leaders in Washington who are going to protect the benefits they've had and protect Social Security. Under Biden, Social Security went down like nobody's ever seen it, deteriorated. There's never been anything like it. The 4 years of Biden were very, very disruptive. It couldn't have gone on much longer. Social Security was going to be destroyed. It was being destroyed. The average call wait time reached an all-time high of more than 42 minutes. Field office wait times were at 32 minutes, which is unheard of, and the disability claims backlog was the longest ever in recorded history. In other words, it was run just like the country was run. It was run really badly. But I'm pleased to report that under our leadership, and Frank in particular, the changes he's made and what he's done is sort of a miracle. Sort of like what happened with the country as a whole. Field office wait times are now down 30% since last year, and it looks like it's going to a total record number. And the record was set in a long time ago when the world was a lot different place. We're gonna beat that record. Call wait times are down 73%, while serving twice as many customers per day. The disability claims backlog is down 26%, and seniors now have 24/7 online access to their accounts, which they never had before. Whereas under Biden,
I entered a short
the website
with my
was
stop
down
loss just above the
29
fair value
hours
gap.
a week. For maintenance purposes, it was essentially not open very much. They were always maintaining it, but they didn't know what happened. They had a person running that had no idea what they were doing. Among my very first acts was to order all government employees to return to the office or be removed from the job, which means our Social Security offices are now open for full business hours 5 days a week. So unlike being shut down all the time, we're open at record level.
Normally I would stay in, but it's just been so wiki and herky-jerky.
Demand Social Security, and they paid into the system. They deserve it. Last month, I signed one big, beautiful bill and allowed no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. Okay,
I don't think the market really
no tax.
Well,
Social Security
from what he's saying now, I guess, because I already had the melt up. I don't know if I should keep it on. You can always watch it.
271,000 illegal aliens. The Social Security system. These are people. Many of them have already left the country, and yet we were sending them checks.
I don't think we're going to get a big reaction.
275,000, and that number is now even larger than that, Frank. It's an unbelievable job. And what that's doing is making the system strong. It's making it strong.
That's 6.5 million.
Never keep anybody up.
Good news, though,
We're
for the
carrying out
U.S.
historic deportations to remove many more illegals committing Social Security fraud. It's the Social Security fraud that was taking place at levels that nobody's ever seen. We cleared 12.4 million names listed in the Social Security database over 120 years of age. Think of that. So we had 12.4 million names.
12.4 million.
When they were over 20 years old. Is that right? That's a hell of a statement. I have a feeling, Dan, that's not really gonna
Crazy.
happen. So you have 12 million names.
Okay, I'm just switching on. I don't think the market is really going to respond hugely off this, so it doesn't really matter. Let's just focus on the charts. Let me get back to my YouTube. Okay, we're going down. I think we're going down to this level here, so I might have to re-enter. This is an interesting level. Yeah, let's see again, it's going up, so I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait. So this is another interesting time here at 1409-ish. That's when the last model will come. And I wouldn't be surprised if we're just going to futz around here. There could be a volatility increase at this level, 1339. But it could also just futz around. And again, you know, I mean, we've seen this all the time. If you have one of those fair value gaps, it just keeps on working itself, like you see here, right? It's in that fair value, it's in those levels, and it's just sort of, I had that melt up, and every time when you have a big melt up, it's going to take time again to do another move. I would be surprised if it runs down now, because that would be, now obviously it does that because it's always does. It always surprises me now. So let me go to the 1 minute just to see how the candles are forming. So now we have the 130 candle, root candle, important level as well. Don't run. See, again, now it's going to start running outside of the macro. It starts running at 137. I have to wait. I just have to wait. It's going. Just hate to see that. Okay, so now we've got a breaker here, right? Let me mark that breaker. We've changed the state of delivery. Technically, you can. I don't see a good rebase. There we go. Just gonna get rid of this one here. This is a breaker, bearish breaker. We have not. It has not been activated yet because we don't have a close below the breaker. We want to close. Sometimes the body below the close below the body can be enough, but we don't even have that. So let's keep an eye on that. We are below the 130 fair value gap. Yeah, that would be a nice move down and then a retest later. But the question is, how far down? And we've got an interesting level here. Good level. These are my two levels. I'm going to re-enter when we go below the breaker. Or that we have a, see, we also did not have, did we have a proper retest, or this should be the retest of the inversion of the, technically we have now created, changing the state of delivery. Yeah, it looks like it's going to go down. That would have been aggressive entry, but I try not to do that at this moment. But then again, I think it's time just to get in.
Order filled.
And yeah, I'm going to put my stop. I mean, I market ordered in. Yeah, this one's just going to run. There, just run, baby. There we go. So I got, yeah, I'm getting out. Why? I'm just because of the market. I just don't like this market. And I was looking at, it's probably going to run to this group, but there you go. Normally I don't mind those, if I have a good entry. If it would now retest the breaker, then I might re-enter again. But the market has been so weird and just disrespecting PD rate, and even though we have a change in sales delivery, it still might go up. Normally, but if you look at this trend line here, the reason also here, this could be a level which is going up again. I mean, we had this trend line liquidity, it's created, now it went down. It could be enough for it. So, it's just, let's just make my loss back with this move down. It was a very quick move. Yeah, should go into a little bit deeper into this level, right? At 33. Neither. Let me switch off the. I don't think he's saying something interesting. We can have just a quick listen. I don't think it's really something new or. Did I switch it off? I guess. I think I switched it on. It's not really. I cannot imagine when I did that yet. Okay. It's off. I don't think he was really. I don't think that move is from what he's saying, because it's just. I mean, it's more for U.S. markets, for people. Well, I guess if Social Security is a big thing, if there is a lot of people saving money, that could be an injection into the markets, obviously. But I don't think this is one of those messages. So let's see. We did take the internal liquidity. It's just been internal liquidity day. There has not really been external liquidity taken, I guess. Or did we here Thursday? It was a Thursday low. Is something Thursday? Did we take any external liquidity today? I don't believe so. I'm overlooking something. Just go to the higher time frame. Internal. Was this? Oh, I guess so. This was Wednesday. No, this was Wednesday. Yeah, no, we did not take any external liquidity today so far. No, I'm just not looking properly. So it's been internal. So if we look at it from that perspective, to see, okay, we took internal, then we go for external, right? So that would be the most logical move, I would think. But we also have lows here, so we disrespect this one. I mean, why would you create such a candle like this, right? Such a beautiful green candle, and you go into it here again, here. This is a rejection block. Technically, this is a rejection. I don't know. Higher time frame, it looks like it's going to go back up, and it's just taking its time, and then it will disrespect. I guess it's either going to disrespect this juicy busy, or it's going to disrespect this balanced price range. So it's a complicated one. But the AMRP levels are here. We already got into this one, but we have not gone. This could be a breakaway gap. Yeah. It's not an easy read. And we consolidate again, obviously. See? This market is just very you can tell why, because you see those root candles here are stacked, and you see this price action here. It's highly, you can predict that it will happen here as well. So we have the 130 here. Where's my this one? Look at that. Look at that candle. See, I'm happy that I got out. I just don't trust. I just don't trust it. I've been really bruised this week, to be honest. Even though it was just micro or whatever, but everything just did not go the way. And if you have a really strong model, and even though with a couple of confluence, well, no, the confluences were not there obviously, because but then again, you still think, oh, it's so obvious, I'm used to this setup, and it's just simple. But yeah, I think I'll take it to 1409 and see what happens, and then I'll just end the stream. Don't want to overtrade today too much, even though I think that will be a nice opportunity. This looks like we're going down again. Oh, this was the retest, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, this is time to get in.
Order filled.
Tight stop loss. Oh, it's already set automatically. There we go. I am getting out at this level because I might get out very soon. Now don't go back already. Let's adjust the profit taking. It's going to take profits a little bit quicker now. Yeah.
Order filled.
I'm not surprised it would spike up another few times, and then goes into this wick as a rejection block. It might not do it, but I think I've seen that happened to me this week a couple of times. It might just run, but we're still not in a macro, so it's okay. It looks very bearish now, right? It's done its thing. There was a breaker retest. Yeah, technically everything is. It doesn't have to do the breaker retest in the macro, but I see it's already running now. Outside macro. You see that level? I was looking at this level here. Is it going to reject from here? Just, probably it wicks up again, and then it will still run to the downside, but it probably will wick a lot of people out, take people out, because they have their stop somewhere around here. You really have to have good entries and just stay in, but that's hard. That's really something you need to, that's just next level that I'm working on. Like I got out, but technically when I got back, I got in here, right? It wasn't that big of a stop. Put my stop here. Normally it actually has to go over, but I just thought, well, I get wicked out, I get wicked out. But you just want to be over half of the wick. Now we're getting into the macro. Let's see what it does. Looks very bad. Most likely go to this level. We're going to this looks very juicy now. D3. Should I get in? And what did I lose? The stream? I got a message that OBS disconnected. Am I still on? Oh, I am still on, right? Yeah. Oh, look at it going. I'm not gonna get in. I can't get back in. It's gonna go. It's so obvious, right? You have beautiful retest 46, 49, another retest here. But look, you've got to sit through all that BS. I just don't like that. It's good to just, sometimes just to get little bits and just be okay with just analyzing and just see what the market is doing, what you think it's doing. And I always journal these things very extensively, and then you start seeing things and you get more confident in staying in. Yeah. So the only thing that confuses me is that got the 130 here printed. I never retested that. It just just touched it here, but normally you would see a retest as well. It just moves. Everything is just a little bit different. We're working as well in this order block here. It's mitigation block. It could be done. But then again, no magic lines. Let's see. Maybe it will go there at 2 o'clock, 2:09. See the frogs. I have to listen to stream. I have to listen to this. If I stream and put on the YouTube, you get an echo, so I cannot do that. So wait. I have to wait. You see? Again, it just goes up. Oh, this price action. Should we maybe just stop? I mean, I don't think it's going to. Okay, I'm just gonna wait until the 14:07 mark, 14:09, 14:12. So that's another 20 minutes, and then yeah, let's do that because that's quite an that can give a nice opportunity. I love that time, and if that doesn't provide any opportunity, we're just gonna leave it at that. So then it's about 1.5 hours. That's 1:30 or 2 hours, but that's fine for the lunch PM session. I mean, if you've been behind the charts with this price action, it's very exhausting to watch this because it's just very draining mentally. So these days, sometimes it's just good to watch and learn from them. So sometimes you can just also, know what to expect in these kind of environments. It's also very draining, to be honest, because you try and you get anxious because you get in and it's not going to do whatever it does normally. So it becomes sort of a gamble, I guess. And even though you think you're not gambling because you have like your setup, but then again, for me this was the breaker, the retest. But then again, it was not the time. It was not in a macro yet. So, and you see how short the move is, right? It's quite, normally you would have the move would just go straight down. So it's just sort of like, it's like, it just doesn't go anywhere. So that's why I got out very quickly. And normally I don't like to trade like that, to be honest, but you have to get used to different environments. And I really like when you have clear AMD, accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution move. you get your entry, you have very, very tight stop loss, and then you just have the distribution run below liquidity. And yeah, that's just, I think after summer, the CPI, PPI, I can remember, I have to go back into my journals as well to just check that. I can remember that, especially PPI week, gave so many nice opportunities always, but also last month it was quite challenging. It was also low resistance, high resistance, if I remember correctly. That's my cat on the scratching board. That's it. GG. Are you having a good time? You having a good time? So sweet. Yeah. I love my girls. Love you. Come here, baby. Come. You coming? No? Can you give me a hug? Yeah, you, my girl. Hey, pussycat. It's always fun. No, the monkeys were so hilarious this morning. I really have to find a way for London if I had the doors open. They really, they're used to me. I've got a rooftop here, and basically I share them with the monkeys. So I can sit there, and they're used to me, especially the little ones. They just, hang out, and it's really cute. But when the doors open, they're just so curious. They sort of like want to get in, and you don't want them in. I mean, you just, either they will try to steal some food, obviously. They have my nuts here, or the cat food, obviously. I have some cat foods here as well. But, they're so cute. And then I've got some pegs on our washing line. Oh, guess what? The pegs are gone. They just break them. They chew on them. And if you have your yoga mat there, they bite from it, and then you have missing pieces. But yeah, it's distracting. I mean, they were not really good trades, so it was okay. It was my first live. But I have to make sure that, it's not distracting when everything is properly running, there's people watching, we're trading. It's funny, but, you have to find a way. But I don't want to have my curtains closed at daytime. So I feel claustrophobic then, to be honest. But yeah, anyway. But on the other hand, it's in the bush, so we have to accept it, I guess. And maybe people like to watch some monkeys. Yeah. Here we go. Are we going down now? If we don't go down now, and we have a good opportunity around that new opening of, because if it consolidates now, there's a high probability we're going to get a nice move in this new block. And then we'll see where, might be a nice entry. Because again, it's going to consolidate. You see, it does the same areas all the time. And then probably it makes one move. We're going to get one nice move to maybe this level. This could be. Maybe split the level. See, I put a date in there so I can see what day. This is one of the today. No, today is 14. So this one is of today. And this one is yesterday. Yeah. Yes, see, and we wick again in this area. Oh my god. You are so awful in Q today. Again, this week I must say. Oh, you're not even wicking, you're going higher. Yeah. Oh my god. So happy that I'm. Yeah, there you go. Wow, look at that. Another breaker is invalidated. Did it invalidate? No, it did not. Now you see what happens now, right? I mentioned this just now. I said the only thing that confuses me is that the 130 is not being retested. It's just, no, there you go. So that's why these fair value gaps are so, those first presented are so important. Now we might get the move. I just did that. Yeah. Beautiful. So see, next time I already know. When it moves down away from it, wait for the retest of that one. And it's in a breaker, in a macro time as well, 2 o'clock. So this might be the one. Well, I just don't trust it anymore. Let's see what it does. Could just disrespect it, right? Because technically we also, when we created this could also be a breaker now. Oh, sorry about that. Hey, what's happening? it's just seek and destroy. You know, breaker. Yeah, it was a good, nice breaker. It went back up. We're at 2.5 here. You know, and it's just going back and forth between the two breakers. But these are trades you can take, right? So if you have this level here, and you know it didn't retest there's not really nice wick. So then you can, if you see this breaker here and you have this retest here, you're in a macro, you can play it up to this level in the macro then. And now it's really unclear, right? But then you would say, okay, retest off this one, we're ready to go back further down. You could also just, yeah. We were overextended already on the AMRP. That this is the AMRP plus, so we're above it already. So in this model, it's highly unlikely that we will go over this. It's more likely that we go into the AMRP minus level, but because, like I said, we're going to just consolidate in this level. Let me just get rid of the breaker because we're already down. Yeah, I'm expecting it to go down. Just let it go. It's okay. You just go without me. So also notice with lately, it's like you have the macro, right, from 10 minutes to 10 minutes after. But a lot of the times it just runs to 14:03 and it just stops. So you have to be very quick now as well. Like, okay, now it's 14:03. Are we going further down, or is it the macro already done? Because, you know, it's quite a, you know, you have these large candles. But on days like this is it. And then it's just going to consolidate further. I've been wicked out a lot on these moves this week, to be honest. Especially then I'm like, okay, I'm in the macro, I did this, it's, you know, everything lines up right here. Okay, we have a retest of the 130, we have a nice solid level below, it's in a fair value gap, it's the time, and then look what it's done. Then it just goes to this little new created little balance and just stops there again. Yeah. We'll wait 1407, 1412. I think it's just going to get this. I wonder what if we have if AMP minus will be somewhere in this area, maybe even in this one. This is a very small one. We must get some extension. Let me have a look at the stay low 930. Oh, we also have a 930, 859. Yeah, you know, we already the max range has already been reached for today. 214, 214. It's not gonna. You know, it will surprise me if it really goes out of those levels. We just got 2 more hours to go. It could do it, but we are in a new block. But this gives away a lot. These two purple boxes so near each other. That the range is not supposed to be as big today. Like if you would measure these, like this box, for example, like yesterday's range. Show you here. You see, it goes to the 127. Beautiful. Beautiful. So this already tells you, this already gives you some knowledge that you just extend a little bit over. This is it, 214, 214. So I think we are just gonna futz around in this area somewhere. But I could be wrong. Nothing really goes the way I thought it would go this week. So this has not been a good week trading wise, or let's say analysis wise. Well, or time. I must say execution wise. The analysis is good because you always you know where it's going, and it will get there, but just it takes a little bit longer, and it goes like a sort of detour. So analysis wise, yes, I'm still very. I think I was. But execution wise, either you're too early or it wicks you out and then it still goes, and because you stop, it goes right through your full breaker and then it still goes further down, even though normally when it disrespects that level, you can disregard the move down, but then again, it still goes down. So yeah, it's very confusing. And I had to go back into my journal to find out if it's summer trading or is it like the external factors like the tariffs and things like that. Because look at the crypto is really doing well. Yeah, we have a bit of a pullback now, but crypto is just on the tear right now. What it is exactly doing? Okay, well that's a big move down though. Still good. Still nice. About $3. This is it. I don't like this one. But we know this is going to happen. Just want to shake us all out. That's all good. I'm not going to Ethereum. Look how beautiful these levels are. There's MP levels. Just beautiful. Those bodies are not going below the midline. Okay, what time is it? I need to start paying attention to. We've got a new, yeah, oh there, I just missed it. There you go. Okay. There you go, into the purple line. It's going to this purple line, most likely. I'm not getting in anymore because I missed the entry. I thought it would go 14. Sometimes this happened, 14:08, 14:07. Yeah, there we go, midnight. So we've got a new AMRP level, slower than this one. Let's see. Yeah, no, I don't even want to trade this. This is too, I really can't say. It's probably just going to continue. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened, but on the other hand, we're in a fair value gap here again, so we might reject, go up. My purple line, the purple line. What do you have? This needs to be higher. So it's going to probably go into this one here, maybe even into this fair value gap, or the first presented on the 12. Oh boy, I'm really curious about tomorrow. I'm going to do another London tomorrow. I just want to have consistency in I'm not really into like, oh my god, I need a lot of subscribers or likes. It's more for me just getting, consistency and look at that, how beautiful. Okay, you see how it just tapped into my purple line? And Are we going lower or is it rejecting from there? It's today's. Did we touch it? Not yet. This is a very good indication for either a normally, let me say normally, because today I might just go through it. Normally it just rejects from there, and it either could be a reversal or just a small retracement. But because we've got this first presented fair value gap here, we've got here something. You see, there's no point in getting in. I'm not getting in now. Cannot get in anymore. I missed the entry. The one entry again was this wick, right? Here, this wick, and then the move down, and it started at exactly 2 o'clock. That was the entry. I'm going to stay in, and then either take it to this level or this level here. And that's it. That will be my trade then, without any yeah. I think I would have just taken it to my 4 o'clock or to this first presented Asia, and then that's it. Look, it's going beautiful. Yes, probably it's going to melt down now. Let's see it go. Ooh, look at that. Boom. And then like these are so awesome, and they're so easy to set up. You just use first FUG from Joshu, and here you just set it up, and then I mean they're they're a roadmap to me. With I mean I can't be without them. And then I have another screen where I really do a little bit more. This is a little bit more 3-5 minute wise what I use, but I do also put those first presented fair value gaps. On this one I put the first presented fair value gaps, my time levels 8:30, 9:30, 10, 4 o'clock and 12:02, plus the first presented, but also I use the opening range gaps here. Oh, I think I did not put my analogs today. I didn't look at that at all. No, I did. They're on, but they're not in our neighborhood. Yeah, they are. I did. I had them on my. Here they are. Here they are. In the weekly open. Here. You know what? What I'm missing right now? The event horizon. See, do I have 24? Should be okay. Sure. Anyway, so now we're just going to go down, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Because I think we're going to go down to this. What time is it? This is going to be the level. Not my watch. 23,858. 23,858. And then we're still within this range. It's crazy. Huh? I think that's going to should get in actually. Maybe we should take that trade. Yeah, this is the trade. We should take it. Not you, but I'm going to take it.
Order filled.
858. I've been waiting for this trade all day, basically. Are we in macro? Oh, we're not even in a macro, but okay. You know, I don't do that normally because normally I don't trade outside my macros or I'm in already. But because of, you know, you can see this low resistance liquidity here. It's just waiting to be taken. It might spike up again here though. So I might get out and might get back in again because I just don't want to have too much drawdown. Is it already going back up? Oh, I hate that. See, it's already going. I don't like that. Maybe I should wait.
Order filled.
Yeah, okay. I got out with a profit, but see, this is what I mean. Normally I don't have this, but then I just get in and out because I'm just, but it's going. It's going. It's gonna go down. Yeah, it's below my, shouldn't be.
Order filled.
It's below the, my 12, this level. We have another level here. Yeah, no, it's fine. I should actually double down for this one, to be honest. I think this is the first longer low resistance liquidity run that we're having today, to be honest. It's been many months, to be frank. I guess NQ is getting fed up as well with all that herky-jerky. It's AI, can that get tired too? Huh? Something. Oh, here we go again. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? I just hate this market so much. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna get out. This is a small loss. Just get back some of my profit. Just wait a little bit more. Just gonna have a look. If you can get it back to break even. It will still go down to that level, but then again, you just have to sit out. You don't know how far it's gonna go up again. Yeah. See, it rejects now of that those % fair value gap. It might just go through it again. Okay, I'm out.
Order filled.
I'm done. It's okay. See, this is on days like this, nothing really works. Or you have to have, you just take a little piece of the pie and you just run. You just run. But yeah, I'm still curious if it goes. I'm just gonna stay out for now. This is, it's just a small paper cut. Can make this back easily tomorrow. And like I said, this is exactly what is out. Yeah, because normally it just runs outside the macro, and now it does not. So maybe now the macros are in play again, I guess. But I'm just curious to see the timing. Oh, yeah, there you go. Now you're going down, eh? Yeah. You just make me too nervous with your it's a nice move though. See now, risk reward wise, it's just not worth it. It's just not solid anymore. I'm ready to give back my profit, so I don't have any leverage to use. So it is finito. Just want to see what time it, or if it goes to, it might not even go to this level, but just so, cannot imagine that it does not do it. Look at that. Yeah, so my mistake was I got in, because I normally when it, yeah, see, this is my mistake. I got in below this level, but you have to wait for the retest. And now when it gets below, it's high probability, because then it rejected from this fair value gap, plus this is then the retest of this one. This one was yesterday, so this one has already been retested many times. But then you can say also for this one. Here, get in, go over, we get out. 1, 2, 3, and then it's, now it becomes, yeah. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Difficult market, but always still intriguing. And I just love these charts, to be honest. I mean, I don't like the trading, but I still love that. Still love watching the charts, to be honest. Just sitting here, going over the charts. Yes. This one has been. Okay, I think I'm getting tired now. I think it's time to stop. I think it's a nice thing to most likely go over it in London time. So I'm just watching, and it's just I'm not going to trade anymore, and it's just going to go back and forth, and maybe it's not even going to go there. So I'm going to leave it at this. But then again, I think during London, depending on if it gives opportunity, I might journal during London, or just go over the trades, and then yeah, also do another lunch PM session. So let's figure out what I like better to do, either lunch, because sometimes when in low resistance, you see here, during the lunch, you get this markup, right? Sometimes at 12 o'clock as well, you've got this beautiful move down. I do trade lunch a lot. When I have like when I'm down in AM session, when I have a losing trades, and I go into drawdown after AM, I tend to always make it up during lunch, because these moves are always very solid, and they're large moves. Actually, it's a better move than this one, to be honest. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at this, and let's say bye-bye, and see you tomorrow or another time. Have a lovely evening, day, or whatever time you're in, and chat to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.